I was just getting ready for work. Fox News was on out in the living room. And the newscaster said, talking about Iran, I don't think Trump is the type of individual that would do anything he doesn't want to do. I would agree. I would agree with that statement. Yeah, I don't think Trump is the type of man that would do anything he doesn't want to do. I know the position he's in is a very high position, a high stress level. He's got a lot of things to think about. I understand that. But I also understand that when there is like blackmail and coercion and corruption and deception and power and greed unraveled in the decision making, it's not that people won't do what they don't want to do. It's that people do what they have to do to stay in the positioning that they are in, whether that be for money, for power, for blackmail, meaning they don't want particular truths to come out, whether that be about themselves or people they have around them, coercion, power and greed. So there's a lot of people that move and operate in that. Trump's not the only one. Let's be honest here. And so, yeah, I would agree. He wouldn't do anything he doesn't want to do. So take that and table it while you watch him make the decisions he makes. Another thing that came to me when I was getting ready. Throughout my experience in my life, I've always found myself to be a pretty humble person in reference to admitting when I was wrong, admitting that what I did wasn't right or my thought process wasn't right, being open and willing to learn, being open and willing to heal, being open and willing to apologize when needed, being open and willing to take accountability when accountability is needed, and it's called for. And so I think that when you choose, because you have to be actively willing to operate in that humbleness, accountability, recognizing you're not always right, recognizing you don't have the answers, recognizing you might have messed up, recognizing you might have made a mistake, recognize that not everything is happening to you, it's happening for you, and not to play the victim role. There's that portion of it too. And so often enough, I think we live in a world where there's a prevalent amount of people that like to play the victim mentality. They do. And they're not moving in a sense of accountability, a sense of truth, a sense of owning their mistakes, owning their flaws, owning their hiccups. And we see it from the full stages in reference to the politicians, in reference to the entertainment biz, in reference to everything that's unraveling, that's happening in Justice League. Nobody's taking accountability. Not one of them are like, you know what? Yeah, I messed up. Yeah, I knew that was happening. Yeah, I didn't do anything, or whatever the case may be. Not one of them. Right? And so when you have people on such a high level of positioning, choosing, free will, choosing not to take accountability, it's going to spread to the masses. And it's up to you for you to decide what you walk in. And so for me, it was very important for me this last few years through this debacle, through this Truman Show, was to go in and do the work, take the accountability where I needed to take the accountability, fix the areas that I needed to fix, heal through the areas that I needed to heal, learn through the areas that I needed to learn through. I mean, I even see that in my day-to-day with my jobs. Like I love when I can hold myself accountable and learn more, whether that be in the positioning that I'm in or those around me, whether I learn strength, humility, knowledge, wisdom, fortitude, perseverance, as well as humility, accountability. And these are all things that I think that there's sometimes missing in people, and they don't understand that it's not doing anything outside of then holding you back from like slingshotting forward, because you're always going to be stuck in the same place if you can't learn to operate and make changes in your life within yourself, within your mind, body, heart, and soul. You're going to stay steadfast right where you're at. And you can't always point the finger. And that was the biggest thing for me when it came to everything in the last few years, recognizing, okay, I know there's some weird stuff happening around me. A lot of things aren't making sense. But I also knew that I wasn't perfect in my friendships. I wasn't perfect in my relationships. I wasn't perfect in my marriage. I wasn't a perfect employee. Like, I wasn't perfect, right? And so it was really important for me to go in, do the work, and learn to become a better person that I was proud of in reference to everything that has been bestowed onto me, to where I got to a place where I knew without a doubt that nothing was happening to me because I deserved it. Because there was a long portion of time in my life where I felt like I was being treated, I was being talked to, I was being handled the way that I was throughout my life because I deserved it. And see, it was really important to me to learn within myself to get to a place where I didn't feel like I deserved it. And so I'm finally at a place right now where it's like, I don't deserve it. It's taken me a long time to get to this place. And I know my truths. And I will never let anybody tell me things that I per se did, things that I said or did whatever. Like, nobody's going to blackmail me or coerce me or manipulate me into anything that is not my truth. That is not my truth. Because I will own my truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I will own it. But what I won't own is other people's truths, other people's projections, other people's deflections, other people's hate, other people's narrations, other people's smear campaigns. I won't own that. That is not mine to wear. That is their own, particularly if they don't have the ability to come have a conversation with you. And so that is something that has helped me throughout this process as well. Kind of push the barrier of myself and hold myself accountable. Because when you live in a world where we no longer can hold other people accountable outside of you, whether that's in the law system, whether that's in the judicial system, whether that's in the government system, whether that's in the work system, whether that's in the financial system, whether that's in, every system right now, whether it's in your family system, that's another thing I said to the young lady yesterday. I was like, I think so often enough people have been through such tragic situations within their life that they can't even make sense of it. And I wanted to start putting my story out there to give people space to heal out loud if they wanted to, talk about things and advocate for themselves when they've been treated or went through different things in their life that don't make sense. Because we live in a world now where you can live and be a part of a family, blood or not, and they're completely planning your demise. They've got some funky stuff that they're doing in the back. And we live in a world now where it's so corrupt and deceptive that way that you don't know who to trust. And I know a lot of people are going through that. And so I wanted to create a space and just put it out there and let it land where it was supposed to. And I also knew that I was called to. It's been hard. But when you live in a world that accountability is just not something, the only thing you can learn is to start holding yourself accountable. That's where you start moving up to your highest self, moving into your discernment, your intuition, your gifts, your knowing, your spirituality, your religion, whatever that is for you. But it starts with accountability. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We all make mistakes. That's another one for me too. Like, a reference to my ex and the entanglement there. We all make mistakes. We all get told compelling stories. And then we choose to move and operate what we choose to because we were unhealed and we carry baggage. And we carry preconceived thoughts and opinions of circumstances because you're only seeing it tunnel visioned. You're only seeing it tunnel vision. You're only seeing it your way. You're not seeing it from the full glass. And that's another thing too, is being able to look at a full situation and recognize, okay, I know what part I played. I know what part they played. I know where I need to take accountability and I know where they need to take accountability. It's not all my fault. It's not all their fault neither. But see, a lot of people don't like doing that. They want to place it on everybody else. And once you get to ability where you can start looking at every situation at a full